So now the next mode we will be talking about is the privilege mode. The second mode we call it as the user mode is done. Now the privilege mode is the next mode. Now, now user mode, privilege mode is almost the same thing. Now the good thing about the privilege mode is here we can execute all the show commands will work. Means you can just go and make verify all the things, and you can even save the configurations. You can erase the configurations, and additionally you can save the configuration, save and erase already as well. You can reload the device if you want, and many other things. But one thing you cannot do here is you cannot make any changes. Like if I want to assign the IP address, if I want to change the routing configurations, if I want to change the passwords, anything you want to do, you have to move to the next mode again. Okay. So basically the user mode, a limited verifications, whereas the privilege mode will have almost all the verifications you can do. Additionally, we can reload the router or save the config, erase the config. These are a few things we can do here. Of course, you will see as you move on. Okay. So if I want to go to the next mode, there is a command called enable you have to give. Like here you can see this is my switch. Now these commands are same applicable for switch or router. Okay. When I talk about Cisco router later on, it's the same thing. So we have to give a command called enable. So when I say enable, automatically you can see the mode changes. So whenever you see that hash mode beside the name, it's nothing but you are inside the privilege mode. Now what you can do here, you can do all the show commands works. Like here also I can use show flash. There is a command called show flash which will show you what is the flash memory. Now flash is nothing but your SD card what we have, which stores your operating system, the iOS. And you can see this is the operating system what we have, C2960. Now operating system, not the iOS software looks like this. Sample here. If I say 2C2960, this is basically a Cisco device running 2960 switch platform. And additionally, it might be running what is the iOS version 12.2 operating system version. And normally these all files will be .bin format. This is kind of a format, binary format or bin format, which is a common format of the operating system. We call this as a Cisco iOS. And you'll see this inside the flash memory, flash or the SD card, whatever it is. Okay. And additionally, you might see some more files in the different platforms. Now, what is the total size and how much is available? That information also we can see. And of course, this command was also working in the previous mode, right? We can even use this in the user mode as well as in the privilege mode. And a show version also we can use. A version, as I said, it provides you the same information. Additionally, it will show you the number of ports what we have. And of course, there are some serial numbers and the licensing information and the model, exact model, what it is. And what is the OS version, iOS version, you can always verify here. And the copyright means when it was compiled and what is the time by whom, basically those details. So all these commands, show version, show IP interface, these all commands will work in the user mode as well as they work in the privilege mode. Okay. But there are specific commands, like even we also seen some other commands, like if I say show IP interface brief, show IP interface brief is a very useful command we'll see to verify the status of interfaces, like what is the IP address and what is the connectivity status. And additionally, we can also use show interface status. In the switches, there is a command called show interface status. This command is not applicable here. So which means I'll see if I go to the next mode, show interface status. You can see this command shows up here. Now, again, one more thing I would like to know is whatever we are doing in the packet tracer, it doesn't mean those are the end of the commands, because the packet tracer is again very good at the CCNA level. It will show you limited commands. Like if I use question mark here, question mark will show you the iOS help. And you can see there are specific commands, but the number of commands, whatever you see here, in the real devices, you will have more commands supported. They just list out the most important commands which you can use. So, so if you want to, now you can see here, if I want to go back, I use exit. Exit command takes you to the previous mode, and enable command takes you to the next mode. And in the most of the time, we use this mode, the privilege mode, always if you have access. If you don't have an access, then that is a different case. Now there are two more commands. The additional commands what we can use here is the show run, show startup, copy, erase. These commands were not applicable in the user mode, but we can use these commands inside the privilege mode. Like if I go back and go to the CLI, and if I try to give show running config, again, most of the outputs you may not be familiar, but as you move on, you will see one by one. You can see it shows you what is the current configurations. Configuration is basically means what exactly the changes you did. Like what is the version, what is the host name. We'll change the host name as we move on. And you can see the more button. More button will show you that there is a more output to be displayed. So we just need to press enter key to see the next line, line by line. And you can use a space bar, the space bar button, to see the different page by page. Page by page is space bar, and line by line we have to press enter. So you will see the interfaces are nothing present, but as you move on in the next switching concepts, like we'll see there is a VLAN trunking configurations we do. You can see those configurations here. As of now, it's more like a blank. And also we'll assign the IP address to the VLAN. We'll talk about this. And also we'll configure some passwords. We'll talk about this. As of now, we did not make any changes, so we'll keep it, we'll leave it. Now there is one more command we use. There is something called show startup configurations. Now, right now, it says the configurations are not present. Now here, we need to understand the difference between the startup configurations and the running configurations. So there are two types of configurations we have: show running config, and there is a command called show startup configurations. Now both the configurations look similar. Now both the configurations look exactly similar, but the difference is this is more kind of a temporary configurations which you make. Like take an example, I go to the interface F0 by 0 and I'm assigning the IP address. And let's say I go to the router mode and I'll configure some routing protocol, some routing, or I go and make some changes, or I change the host name. Instead of switch, I'm saying switch one, second floor, let's say, some name. So whatever the changes you do, these changes will be temporary inside your local RAM. You know, the RAM stands for temporary memory, the local RAM. Means these changes are temporary. Means you can see the changes has been applied. If you go to the interface, you will see the IP address present. If you go and check the host name, then host name changes. But the problem is this is temporary, which means if you reload the device, so let's say by mistake, or I execute a reload command, or I power off the switch and power on, or some power failure. If it reloads, then automatically all the configs are gone. So that is something no one wants, right? I don't want my switch or the router to save the configurations, but that's going to be only till the time it is powered on. That's really not good. So I always want to make sure that whatever the changes I did, all these changes should be saved permanently. Now, permanently means even though you reload the router, you still see the configurations present, unless and until I manually erase, just like your hard disk. You know the difference between your computer components like hard disk and the RAM. RAM is a temporary memory, which is like you save. It's the same thing. You create a Word file, you make some notes of 5 pages, and if you don't save the page, the Word document, then it will be gone when you reload. Same thing applicable here as well. Now, to do this, we need to make sure that we save the configurations. Okay, so right now, when I go and say show startup configurations, it simply says that There is no startup configurations present because we did not save anything. We did not save anything. Of course, we can save the configurations. There is a command called copy from running configurations to startup configurations. Okay. Now, when you press enter, it will ask you, do you really want to save with this file name? Yes, I want to save it. Press enter. Now it will save the configurations. So now when you say show startup configurations now you'll see the startup configurations are also present. Exactly the same thing. You can see there is no difference between the RAM or the startup configurations. So technically, we call this as a configurations inside the RAM, and we used to say these as non-volatile RAM, NVRAM, and all these configurations are exactly present in your SD card. If you remember the flash or SD card, that will save all these configurations in your device. Okay, so if you want to verify what is your temporary configurations, we use a show running configurations. And if you want to verify the configurations which are saved on my device permanently, we can use show startup configurations. And anytime you want to save the configurations, we use a command called copy. Copy command. Copy command again we can use in many other ways. As of now, we'll say copy running config to startup config, which means I want to copy all my configurations in my RAM to the flash or to the NVRAM to the startup configs. It will ask you destination file name. Simply press enter and that's it. Now, once we do this, the configurations will be saved and we can always verify with show startup configs. Apart from that, there are many other variations, like we can also copy the configs to TFTP server, like taking the backup of the configs or to the flash or to different options will be available. But as you move on, you will see these more options in the backup and restore when we discuss the topic called backup restore options, where we can take the backup of the configs or restore any configurations. We do use different variations of the same copy command. So let's say if you want to erase the configs, we can also use an erase command here. We can say erase startup config. Now, when I say erase startup config, it's basically going to erase all your configurations, the changes. Now, this is more applicable when we use this erase startup config. This is more applicable. Let's say you have a switch or a router, and in my storeroom, let's say I got an extra switch or a router in my storeroom where we got 3 to 4, or maybe it belongs to one customer, let's say the customer ABC. And what we did is that customer ABC is not using that device, and I want to use that device in another customer site XYZ, or maybe I'm removing this from my head office and I want to use this in any other branch office. So when you're doing that, when you move the router or a switch, automatically the configurations will change. So before I add or replace, we need to make sure that I erase the configurations and make it blank as if it's a new device without any configurations. Same like uh, deleting all your data in the hard disk, not the operating system. Okay. So we can do this. If I say erase startup config, it will simply ask you the confirmation. Never use these commands without any confirmations. Okay. And if I just simply reload the device, reload command is going to reload your router. It takes some time. It's very fast in the packet tracer, but in the real devices, this will take more time. And you can see when I say reload, it will reload and it has some configurations inside the RAM, show running config. But if I say show startup config, you can see it's no more because I have just deleted that. So if you want to execute the show commands and show startup, show run, copy erase commands, we generally use this mode. And there is another command we can use like show MAC address table. If you remember, we discussed this in the MAC switch. Switch maintains a MAC table which contains on which port number, which MAC address is connected. We can also execute this command. Let me see if this command works here. We cannot use this command here. You can see this command. Yeah, we can use this here as well. MAC-address-table. It works in the user mode as well. User mode, privilege mode, in both the modes it will work.